It's still October 7th. I keep... One, I can't stop smiling. I can't stop smiling and I can't stop laughing. And I can't stop just being grateful, really, that just that dream and the feeling and just what I saw in my vision, right? And just that feeling of like, is that where I'm at right now, right? In terms of my healing, is that where I'm at? Or is that where I will be, right? In the 2 months, because there's a 2-month gap. By the time you guys get this, I'll be 2 months from now. Which will lead me to December. I love December. It's one of my favorite months of the year. And I just keep thinking, like, could it be? Could it really be? Like, I think I'm still kind of like, I'm just curious. I'm wondering, you know, like, is this really what this is? Really? And my mind is just, like, I have all these ideas. And just more questions, really. Questions about him. Questions about his side of the story. Because this is just my side of the story, right? This is just my version. And I'm curious to see what his story would be. I mean, he's a great storyteller, so I'd be curious to see and share with him more of the small details that I might have not shared in this format, because I didn't share everything. I shared like 95%, 95 to 99% I shared, but I kept some details to myself. But I'd be curious to see with him, to just chat and see, one, if he sees it like I do, and two, you know, what he sees instead, right? The whole he said, she said story. and just what it was like for him. You know, if there's any truth to that. And then just, yeah, I think I that's what I've been thinking about. Just, and then, you know, thinking like, okay, how am I going to celebrate? How am I going to celebrate the fact that I got to the end of the road, right? Like, and I was thinking, I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And yesterday, as I was dancing, I have my map in the living room. And I was dancing and, you know, being me, just being silly. And then I point to Iceland. I've been wanting to go back. And I thought, well, why don't I do that? Why don't I plan a trip to Iceland for myself for next year? I have 1 year to plan for this trip for myself and do all the things that I wanted to do in Iceland. I wanted to rent a car and drive around the whole island and Airbnb it. And I mean, I have a timeshare, but they don't have, like, this would be completely something I'd have to figure out, because they don't have, it doesn't go to Iceland. But there was so much that I wanted to do, so many places I wanted to see. And the biggest place I want, like the most important place for me, there's this place where the plate tectonics kind of separate, where they start dividing. And so there's land on both sides, and then there's this body of water, which is in essence the ocean, but it's in between the body of lands, and it's the clearest blue water, and it's so still and so cold. So it's not like the ocean where it's like, oh, no, this is just like still blue water that you can see right through. And then you can see, so in essence you're swimming in between the two ridges of the continent. And Or the Two Riches? Yes, it's something like that. I have to find the link. Kate and Nate went to it, and I have been wanting to do that. And so you, in essence, you have to wear like this rubber scuba diving kind of, but not really, bodysuit because the water is so freaking cold. And I thought, what a great way to end this. What a great way to celebrate is to do and create this type of trip for myself and, you know, travel around it and do this because I'd be in the middle. I'd be in the middle of these two bodies of land in water and submerged in water where there's air above me. And if you don't know, when water is that cold, it feels like you're burning. And so there's this element of fire almost with just the experience of it all. What a great way to experience all of the elements, right? And be somewhere in the middle at the same time. So I want to plan that for myself in 1 year. So this time next year, do something like that. And then, so there's that. I'm going home in a couple weeks. I'm going home just to visit. And I'm bringing back my damn painting. I didn't bring it initially, but I want it back now. And I want the sweater he gave me. It's been cold. And that's a really good sweater that he gave me. And, you know, because it just, now it has a different meaning for me, you know? It has a different meaning for me. So I want to have that with me. Yeah. So there's that realization. And yeah, just, you know, I mean, I don't know where I'll be in 2 months by the time this posts for you guys, but I'll be exactly where I need to be, right? Just like you'll be exactly where you need to be. And, you know, I hope he shares his side of the story. Like, I know he'll find a creative way to do it. If this is what that is, right? And if not, then damn, I'm a damn good storyteller. I'm a damn good storyteller. But yeah, so thank you for all those of you that are following this journey, because, you know, that's just my side. Then there's his side, and then there's you, right? These stories mean nothing without an audience to listen. So thank you for letting me speak my truth, for allowing me to be seen. And I hope you remember that you are never alone. You know, take from this story whatever resonates, whatever helps you remember that it's okay to embrace the breakdown. It's okay to embrace the unknown. And that you're always exactly where you need to be, doing the best that you can. And that you always have a choice, the power to choose what's right for you. Take care. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us, in whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node. design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me. So take care.